When new IT systems are deployed, one of the first questions is whether the environment was actually built according to the architecture and build specifications. Acceptance to run could automatically validate those systems against the defined build standards to confirm everything is configured as expected. Furthermore, these environments also change constantly. Patches, configuration updates, configuration drift all introduce operational risk. Let's take a look at how Luumen acceptance to run helps ensure systems stay aligned with the operational and compliance standards. To begin, let's start at the home screen and click into an instance. In the instance, under the overview, if we scroll down and look at the property section, you will see a wealth of different metrics and values. Now, those could be things like CPU count, it could be different patch levels, a lot of different information that is brought in via different methodologies. Now that we have that information, let's go look at our acceptance to run. So I'm going to click on acceptance to run and look at our overview here. Let's come back to that screen in just a few minutes as we first go out and look at the checks. So as we look at our instances and as we group those instances together, we can now group them and say, all right, as these systems are being built, is the correct amount of CPU brought in on those specific systems, right? So it's applicable for not only when you are first building a system, are these systems built as they should be, but also on day one, day two, and onward, is there any drift that goes on? Did someone make a change that now doesn't make this system an applicable way to run properly in this environment? So in this example, we have one that's just a CPU count of 4. I can also create a new one here as I see fit. So maybe I will say, example, I can select different groups, different systems as I see fit, however I want to do that. And I can come in here and then add whatever it is I would like to add. So CPU count, let's make this one equal to 5. And perhaps I want to add another rule. This can be anything. You see there's quite a lot of different things in here that we can select. Let's just type in file systems here and be a different host name, right? So is a file system based on a certain host name, right? And this could be whatever it is that you'd like. Once these are all set to go and the groups are set, it's as simple as going into a report. And here we can see which reports are currently working as they should. Here we have one here called a test manual report. Only one system is assigned and it has not passed. So let's click into it here. I can see my percentages here and how many are in compliance and how many are not. And down here, I'm going to select the specific details. In this case here, we can see it's a CPU count that is not correct. The expected count is anything greater than or equal to 32, but it only has 2 at the minute. Now again, this can get a lot more in depth. You can do a lot of different creative things here with different patch levels and different database levels, instance levels. There's a lot of different ways that this can be used, but now you can keep an eye on your environment. If things get changed, you'll know instantaneously, not 3 months down the road when something crashes, what was changed. Now you know instantaneously.